It's a passion that Ibrahim has turned into a career. For 3 decades, the former Libyan army officer has been fixing vintage vehicles. At his repair shop in Tripoli, he restores battered cars and motorcycles to their former glory. But his business may have reached the end of the road.
Recently, this has become more of a hobby than an occupation. A hobby alongside a semi-professional job. For example, I will offer my help when a friend has a car that needs repairing. But in more recent years, we have been operating with accumulating losses.
A recent rise in oil prices has led to some signs of recovery for the Libyan economy. But the country is still being fought over by rival militias, and many oil facilities in the country are still not functioning. Libya's civil war and economic problems have hit small business owners like Ibrahim hard. His love for cars goes back to his childhood. He learned it from Italians living in his neighborhood. Now Libya's ongoing civil war means that people don't have the spare money to spend on vintage cars.
Look at my small repair shop. I should have a professional repair center, employees, and equipment. The way things are going, I doubt that will happen. But it's still a hobby, and I have no other alternative.
And with Libya's continuing instability, Ibrahim may soon have to leave his passion behind. Abubakr al Shamahi, TRT World.
Now, for more on this, our editor-at-large, Craig Copetas, joins me from Paris. Craig, great to see you. Now, Craig, I'm looking at Libya 7 years on since the uprising that toppled Muammar Gaddafi, and the situation looks pretty grim to me. I mean, the country's split in two. There are 2 rival governments backed by militia. There's Daesh still operating there, and the UN recently said that a political settlement is out of reach. So tell me, Craig, how does any sort of economy prosper in this sort of environment?
It's a medieval tribal economy that is run concurrently out of Malta and London by 2 companies, the National Oil Company and the Libyan Investment Authority. They make their money from oil that they get out of the ground. Nowadays, no one knows how much oil actually does come out, however. That oil is handled by an outfit called the Petroleum Facilities Guard, which is something out of Mad Max. It's kind of an independent warrior tribe that's run by a guy called Jardin, and excuse me. And what they do is the money comes out, they sell it through Qatar, they sell it through Egypt, and then the National Oil Company and the Libyan Investment Authority spread the money around among the tribes. So that's how it's been working.
So there is something going back into Libya.
Oh, yeah, but not a lot. You see, everyone talks about investing in Libyan oil, which is a great idea. It's got the largest known reserves of oil, crude oil in Africa. But it's too violent to send in the infrastructure assessment teams to figure out, how you're going to get it out. You talk about 2 governments. Analysts I talk to say there's 3 or 4 governments going on there. The big one is run, of course, by General Haftar, who is now doing business with the Russians, analysts and intelligence agencies have been telling me. He's an interesting character. He's in on that take coming out of Malta and London, where the money is spread around. But the interesting thing about Haftar is he's also an American citizen. So there's this feeling that the U.S. can exert more pressure on him because of that. But no one is going to put the kind of money in there that's required to get oil out of Libya, particularly as prices are coming down. You have these back-channel deals, intelligence analysts tell me, that include, weapons for oil deals. There's a lot of bribery going on. Russia, aided by the United Arab Emirates and Egypt, are also providing all kinds of weapons to the various factions, particularly to General Haftar. And it's just a real mess. It's a tribal economy, and it's getting worse. Okay.
Pretty grim outlook there. Thanks so much, Craig. That was Craig Copetas for us in Paris.